After dark, baby.
Don't do it.
I've never been so happy and so pissed off at Jorginho all at the same time.
As soon as that happened, I literally face palmed. I'm like, Matt's gonna go off on him.
So, like, I have to take it in perspective, right? Like I said, it's the only time I'm going to come to his defense. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And it just happened to be this game where he made the biggest mistake that he possibly could have made. And in all honesty, how he was trying to control that ball, I have no idea. Like, that seemed like the most asinine way to do it. If anything, just simple control it and then just back pass it to Mendy. Or head it away, kick it out of bounds, like do something. His body went backwards as he was trying to play with his foot. Like, was he trying to chest it and then didn't work? And then, like, I don't even know what he was trying to do.
I think honestly, he didn't think Sancho was coming in that hot. I think he thought he had more time.
Well, he had two people coming in hot.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's just, to me, at his level, right? We're talking about Jorginho at his level.
That's not fair. The Ballon d'Or is a who won the most shit this year, and Jorginho won almost everything this year. That is why he was in the conversation, and there's no other reason why. That's the only reason he finished above Conte, is because he won with Italy. He won the Euros.
And what about Messi? He won the Copa.
Messi,
let's be honest, that's a joke.
This was a lifetime achievement award for Messi.
Yeah. Lewandowski should have won it last year and also this year.
Lewandowski should have won it this year.
It's not even close. It's such a load of shit. That's why I hate the Ballon d'Or. It's really just a load of shit. It's whoever they think the best player overall over the course of however many years is the best player. Like, they were still showing highlights of Messi at Barca. Okay, go ahead. Throw on his shit at PSG. He hadn't done shit.
To be fair, I think this was only like it's from the end of one summer to another.
Either way.
But they didn't have the award last year, did they?
No, they didn't, because Lewandowski would have won it.
But I think his PSG time doesn't count.
If that's the case, then he shouldn't even be a nominee next year.
No, he shouldn't, but he won't be because he has a name.
That's the thing. It's all about a name. Like, Cristiano was what? I think he was 7th?
Top 10.
Yeah.
Really? You're playing in Serie A. Let's be real.
Well, it's like the whole Donnarumma and Edward Mendy for best keeper,
which is a crock of shit, because the only reason why Donnarumma won is because of Euros and he was named player of the tournament. That's it.
Yeah. I just wish
he doesn't even start for PSG.
I just wish they define.
Even have a starts for PSG.
Yeah, you're spot on, dude. I wish they had just defined the awards a little bit more. Like, what's the criteria here? Like, are we talking about best performances? Are we talking about most impactful? Like, when we talk about the MVP award in basketball, it's like, is it the person who's most valuable to his team, or is it the person
who's most valuable to the league?
Right, or whatever, right? Like,
which I feel like that's how it is with the Ballon d'Or. Who's most valuable for the sport of football?
It's like Russ Westbrook, averages a triple-double, and it's never been done before, so he wins the MVP, and then he does it 4 more times, and now he's not. Like, did he? Is it not as impressive because he did it twice, 3 times, 4 times? Like, it loses its luster, right? And then people start to say, "Oh, he does it, but it's not as cool now."
Yeah, now it's almost expected. Well, at the same time, Lewandowski's doing shit that nobody's done on the yearly basis.
I think what hurts him, though, is that Bundesliga is considered kind of a farmer's league. I think there's not a lot of respect for Bundesliga across
and the
Europe.
fact that he plays for Poland. Like Messi plays for Argentina. Yeah, congrats. You won the Copa America, which you probably should have done probably 5 or 6 times, considering the amount of talent that you have in Argentina.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's fair.
Get knocked out by Chile. Really?
Shouldn't.
Like
Uruguay.
It's just bad. Yeah. Like it's just bad. It's a bad look for the awards. It doesn't mean anything. It loses all value.
But let's be honest here, guys. What thing that FIFA doesn't have some smell of corruption or smell of bullshit around it? Like what goes on?
They earn that honestly.
Anything related to CONCACAF.
None of it's like legit. None of it's by the book. It's all bullshit. It all sucks.
It's all political corruption. That's the way it is. It's how it's always gonna be. It's unbelievable. Like, you expect people to be, honestly, I think it's by probably jersey sales. That would be my guess. If you look at everything, if you look at like the top 10, it's probably by jersey sales.
Well, the thing that like irritated me with the whole thing is Ronaldo finishing 6th above Mo Salah, who is probably one of the top 3 best players in the world, and Ronaldo is not.
Agree.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when did they make the voting? Because looking at Ronaldo in the last 3 months, having to save Man U out of almost every single match, I'm curious as to when they actually did the voting.
Well, the nominees were announced on October 8th. So yeah, probably mid-October, early November.
And he's been saving United's ass for God knows how long. So I guarantee you that went into the equation.
But like Colin said, like they're not supposed to factor in stuff after a certain date, and I don't remember what that date is.
But it's FIFA.
Recency bias is what we call that in the biz.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that they just had to create an award for Lewandowski. Yeah, you're the best striker of the year. Good job.
And Chelsea, for that matter.
Yeah,
they're the best
of the
team.
Year.
Hooray!
We have the most people nominated, but yet not one of our players gets one of the main awards.
That would be.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that would be the only argument you could make for Jorginho. You know, he was one of the best players for Chelsea during the Champions League run, and then one of the best players for Italy during their Euro run. So he's the commonality between 2 of the biggest tournaments of the year. Therefore, you know, give it to him. That would be like the only real argument I could give to him.
Like I was actually watching the ceremony, and first of all, ceremony fucking blows. Let's be honest. It was so bad. Like they were interviewing with Chelsea, and they would just say like, yeah, we're hold on. Hold please.
Hold on. And he's gone.
Chelsea after
dark. Talk about basements after dark.
Yeah. Got him.
So
hey,
don't mind me. But no, it's like, I don't know. I just don't understand how you have something where you have so many people nominated, you have Jorginho doing whatever he does, and then that's not enough. And then you're watching this stuff and you're like, oh yeah, Mo Salah, like top African scorer in the Premier League all time. And that was it. And yet he's number 6. Like, and then for Erling Haaland, they put 10 Champions League goals last year, and that was it. But then other people, they have to go through like multiple graphics, like Jorginho, where it's like, Euro 2020 winner, Champions League winner, whatever. It's like, really? And they're just going through one graphic for like one person. And even defenders, they would just show like one or two good stops that they had. It's like, really? That's the best you would come up with. Oh, like Phil Foden. Oh yeah, he was on the Premier. He was part of Man City. They won the Premier League, and then he was on the England team. Like, congrats! Like, do you want a fucking participation award or like what? It was just so bad. Their coverage was terrible. They were interviewing Chelsea, and they were in England, so they were doing it via like satellite or whatever. And Drogba was a presenter. He was like one of the hosts. So he's going through, he asks the questions. Then you sit there for 15 seconds. And then it goes to like the conference for Chelsea, and you hear the playback, and everybody in the crowd just waiting, and you can hear like the playback. I'm like, you have to be shitting me.
Dude, it's 2021. Use Zoom.
It's so bad. Like it was like I had to like just kind of walk away because it was that bad. I'm like, how is it that bad? There's like a 15-20 second delay.
Terrible.
I don't get it. I'll be right back.
That's why I did not watch the ceremony.
Yeah, that's the reason why.
Exactly. No other reason.
Hey, what do you think of I was gonna bring this up last week on the pod and I completely forgot. NBC, $2.7 billion for Premier League for the next 6 years.
I very much like it. I like the crew that runs the games. I like the commentators, and I enjoy Tim Howard and Rebecca, and I don't remember who else does it.
The Robbies.
But I know that's big for like the Men in Blazers and their affiliation with NBC. So I think it's a solid deal. I like that they're stepping up to the plate, paying more for it. And I think it just shows. The trajectory that Premier League is on. One question I got asked by my father-in-law was just like, how much do they cater to the US? Because he was asking about like times of games that are on, and he's like, do they consider the US when they're like making their schedule, or do they cater to us at all? And I was like, dude, you got to acknowledge that they have fans in China too, and they've got fans in the US and all over the place. So we're a market, but we're definitely not the biggest market. But I said, what will speak volumes is they're on a tour taking the Champions League trophy to the United States, and Milwaukee and Austin and LA and New York, or wherever the other stops are. It's like, that wouldn't happen if we weren't a big market to them and a big supporter group for them. And I don't think that happens 10 years ago. I don't think it happened when we won it back in 2012. So it shows the growth and the trajectory that we're on. And I love where that's headed. And I think bigger TV deals lead to more exposure, lead to more events, lead to a lot of stuff. So I love it.
I like the presentation. I was listening to Men in Blazers earlier today, and I forgot if it was Roger Dabo was talking about how it's like basically like Sunday night football level production for like pregame, postgame, like all that. And I think of CBS Sports and how like just how much I hate their Champions League coverage. ESPN is just relaying feeds from other countries. Fox, I don't know. Fox comes off as like the cheap knockoff to me in any sport, college football, baseball.
And they started the whole thing.
Right.
Fox Soccer Channel.
Right.
Honestly, I'll take Fox over Paramount.
Yeah, that's fair. Anything to get Jamie Carragher off my screen.
Give me Rob Stone.
Oh, Rob Stone.
How do we get Martin Tyler back and Ian Dark back? That's all I want.
Ian Dark is calling La Liga games now. He was I was watching Barca last weekend and he was calling that game. Yeah, I miss him. Just
So
any USA game with him on the call is good.
How do we get Raj and Devo to call games for NBC?
Well, it'll be like the Manning cast. Oh,
That could be fun. There's an idea.
it'd be like Arsenal fan TV.
We have to do them. We have to have them do El Blaze Jericho. Chelsea Everton.
I don't know why NBC hasn't done that. That sounds like a great idea.
I think the future of like sportscast is like you've got Joe Buck doing Joe Buck things that cater to a certain audience, and then you've got like, oh, turn it into this different channel, and we've got the same game, but we've got Pat McAfee calling the game. Like, I think the future of sports is having multiple casts with different commentators to attract different people.
For a while, ESPN was doing that. I remember watching the BCS National Championship game, and it was like when I was watching Dan Levitard's show every day, and they had the whole Levitard crew like just watching and just like shooting the shit while watching the game. That was great.
I personally love the Manning cast. I'm such a huge fan of that.
I've yet to watch it. My dad.
Oh, it's so good.
My dad just watched it for the first time this weekend and spent like 30 minutes raving about it to me.
It's so good because they bring on like 4 different guests. If you need one to watch to get you into it, watch the one where they bring on Marshawn Lynch.
Hilarious. I've seen the clips of that.
So good. He talks about how he had 3 shots of Hennessy before joining.
Jeez.
It's Marshawn Lynch. What
you get like Ron Artest level clips of like, yeah, I used to have shots of Hennessy at halftime, man.
Yeah. He'll be on the pod. He goes, "What the fuck? Oh, can't say that." It's just so good.
Marshawn Lynch should be calling games with like Snoop Dogg. Like Snoop Dogg calls fights now, like that's the stuff that people want to see.
Oh, the one with Sean O'Malley. Oh, it's so good. O'Malley. He just goes on for like a minute just saying O'Malley with Uriah Faber.
Mm-hmm.
It's gold. It's absolute gold.
Well, NBC was already doing that. I remember during the Olympics they had the like Olympic after show with Kevin Hart, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Just like analyzing random ass sports.
Oh yeah.
Oh damn, what are they doing? Oh damn. Word. Just like
horses crip walking.
It's similar to when Snoop was doing the Nat Geographic like voiceovers. Yeah. That's a mongoose. Are these mongoose? Just Snoop being Snoop.
I don't know if either of you guys listen to Rogan, but Snoop was on Joe Rogan recently, and it's well worth the listen just because they both get ridiculously high, and Snoop is he's a gem, man. He's just really great, and he's a hardworking dude. He does a lot of good, and he has a lot of love, and it's just like it's like a love fest almost. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. Nicole was asking me the other day if I remember Snoop and Martha Stewart having a TV show.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Blown. Completely forgot about that.
He talks about that. He met Martha at one of the roasts, and he it was like Snoop and Jeff Ross started smoking in the bathroom or something at one of the roasts at one of the commercial breaks, and like Martha got like contact high and they met each other, and then they became friends, and then after that now they started this like Snoop and Martha empire, which would have never fucking happened before.
It was the Bieber one.
Yep. So it's just like good vibes, smoking weed, having fun, having a couple of laughs led to a relationship that no one would have thought. And now it's kind of like, now you're not super surprised to see Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg hanging out, which no one thought would ever happen.
It's wonderful. I love Snoop. Anytime he's on a roast, I'm like, yeah, I'm watching just to see what Snoop says.
He brings his own mic to the podcast, and it's got like voiceover effects, and so he brings it to the Rogan thing, and he like starts using his own mic, and it's hilarious. Snoop Dogg coming in at you, and just So funny, man. It's so good. It's a long one, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I've stopped listening to podcasts just because I would used to listen to them like when I took the bus into work. Well, then I stopped doing that. Then I just listened to Men in Blazers on the way. And then I started listening to 1029 The Hog and listening to Steve Zabin, who would do like the sports things from like 8:15 to like 8:45. I would listen to that and it was hilarious. But now he's got his own show on a different radio station. So I got this other guy, Tim Murray, who that one's also fun. But I don't drive into the office anymore. So I haven't listened to anything in God knows how long.
Yeah, the only time I'm really on them is when I'm traveling for work. So I have like 2 hours there, 2 hours back. So I got time to kill. Usually one of those hours is us. So
yeah,
I take like a 3-mile walk almost every day. So
nice. There you
lunch
go.
break. So
I get one of those in probably over the course of a week. You total everything up, yeah, maybe get 3 miles.
Try to do it most days. I didn't get one today. Most days that I can when I don't have calls scheduled, I try to take a long lunch walk. It's like my non-negotiable.
How long have you been working out?
A couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of lapsed the past couple of weeks, but I belong to Orange Theory. So
what's that?
Say like a fitness tracker based heart rate monitor workout.
Okay.
So 60-minute workout, they monitor your heart rate and you're trying to get into like basically your intense zones. So you're like 85% of max heart rate to 90 something.
So is it like a HIIT workout?
Yeah, it's tread plus lifting basically, and then they're rowing machines too.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, 6:15 tomorrow morning.
Lucky you.
Oh, come home, shower, leave for work, be there all day.
Yeah.
Then go to pinball league. Heyo.
Silver lining.
Where I drink all my calories back.
Amen.
Yeah, as long as you go net zero by the end of the day, you're good.
Yeah, you gotta have a realistic goal in mind.
Dude, these workouts though, like they say you burn like 600 to 900 calories in an hour workout, which that's legit.
Yeah.
So it's good for you. My fat ass needs it.
Yeah, I can see you over there.
I'm at COVID-19, baby.
Amen. I had a hard enough time fitting into my snow pants for the Packer game. Had on leggings, had on a pair of basketball shorts, sweatpants, and I tried to put my snow pants on. I was like, oh shit. Gotta suck it in a little bit.
Yep.
Hope you got the buttons don't snap.
Let everybody else heat you. Use the community body warmth.
Dude, it's no joke at those. Like, you're right next to everybody. In summer, yeah, you can get away with it. In winter, oh no. Everybody's layered up, so everybody's an extra like 6 inches wider. Oof. You are snug. Luckily, the people that were sitting in front of us, only 2 people showed up, and they had the row of 4. They had 4 seats, so we were able to split ours and just go 2 and 2. I was like, oh, thank God. And I'm not even the one with the biggest hips, but I was like, well, shit, I'll fucking take whatever room I can get.
I have a question for you guys, completely not related.
Yes.
So, jerseys, when they wear their thirds, which I don't think they've worn yet.
They did against Leicester. Oh, wait,
really?
Those ones?
The thirds.
I think
they wore their aways.
I think they've worn them once.
It was Champions League, wasn't it? Was it Zenit or Malmo?
My question is, do they have orange or white lettering? Because on the site you can buy it with either. Like,
The white
White
is
is
the
Premier League.
Premier League based, and then the orange is for any other competition.
got it.
You can tell by the style because there's that line going through it in the
Got
middle.
it. Yep. I understand. I just don't know why it's not consistent, I guess. But
It's always been that way, even with
also like this pisses me off. Like one's like that, and then the other's like that. Like
it has
Yeah,
to do it has to do with like Carabao, even Carabao Cup, they have slightly different numbering too, don't they?
No, they use that one on the left there.
this.
But it's the Premier League like mandates specific dimensions for numbering, and then Nike creates all the other ones.
Yeah, and Champions League always has something slightly different.
Okay, I was just curious. So Premier League would be white numbering.
Getting a new RLC kit.
No, I just clicked on it for I was looking at Cuthbert jerseys actually.
Nice.
Or Panilla Harder.
Yeah, man, we were talking about this before you got on. What if you had to get a women's player?
Sam Kerr all day. Of course. Such a child.
Do you know who's a great follow? Is see the one on the bottom right there, that Zakira Vucevic. Dude, she's hilarious. She's like their like pretty much Champions League only keeper.
Yep.
Let's see
what makes her a good follow.
Hold on, just I'm bringing up her profile here. Just like her bio sets the tone. Of course, now I can't fucking find it. Here you go. Zakira Vucevic, pro footballer. Okay, not really, because I'm a girl. So I'm a housewife, mostly in the kitchen. Hobby, goalkeeper for Chelsea Women's Football Club. Once I've done the dishes.
That's hilarious.
Wow. And that's on her Twitter?
Yeah.
It's funny.
I have to get on Twitter and follow her. That's amazing.
Matt, I don't think I could drink more than half of one of these beers.
No?
No. I'm this one hit me pretty hard about halfway through the pod.
I bought one of the Surly does like an annual release. And I bought one of like last year's. And that was the same thing. It was just like it was a lot. It was just way too much. You're just like it felt like you were sipping on straight bourbon, but straight bourbon almost is more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Not as thick.
Yeah, syrupy.
Yeah.
And a quad is any quad or triple is going to be Belgian style, which is usually going to be a little bit thicker to begin with. And then you throw the bourbon barrel age on top of that. Yeah.
Your face says it all, dude. You took one sip of that. Holy hell.
Dude, that and it was $24 for a 4-pack.
I can understand why.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna, but you can have one tomorrow when I pick you up.
Outstanding. I'll use that to pregame.
There you go. Embarrass yourself in front of a Chelsea legend.
We don't even know the guy.
Andre Flo, 90s.
Yeah, way before my time. Actually, before all of our times.
Before my time too.
I remember him bouncing around the league when I first started getting into soccer. He was, here you go. He was at Rangers, Sunderland, Leeds, MK Dons, all those good places.
So he was available for this thing, basically.
Well, he's like the youth. Something.
Yeah, he's been part of the club in some sort of like managerial style role,
like youth academy or something like that.
Yeah, he's like some kind of director, but he's leaving at the end of the year to go manage somewhere, from what I was reading. So
Matt, I was telling Collins about this before the pod. Collins, I found it, and I'm gonna play it for you guys, and then I will bid you both adieu. But it is quite the funny TikTok that I saw. So I'll leave it at that. Catch the subtlety of the joke he rolls into this.
You have people in your phone with names such as John Landlord or Hannah IT. What I think is cool about this is we've kind of come full circle as to how surnames were formed hundreds of years ago. If Hannah had been a baker back in the day, she would have been Hannah Baker or Carpenter or Fisher. And these are examples of what we call occupational surnames. Maybe some people are in your phone based on where they're from or where you met them, such as Sarah Infernos. These are called toponymic surnames, and they can often be based on specific places. Jack London's ancestors will have come from London, or they can be based on geographical features. Might look like Brad Pitt's family will have lived near a pit, while Wayne Bridges' family will have lived near a bridge, and hopefully far away from the Terrys. Maybe you have some people with names such as Charles, Andrew's brother.
Sorry about you.
So I was just scrolling through TikTok and I saw that. And I was like, how subtly he worked that joke in that's going to go over so many people's heads and have no idea what it means. And I did.
Yep. We know that one real well.
Oh, man. That was funny.
That was one.
So good.
Well played.
Hopefully far from the Terrys.
Hopefully.
It didn't really matter, right?
Not far enough.
Couldn't get far enough.
Well, boys, I'm gonna head. So
sounds good.
Peace.
I'm sure we'll talk on Wednesday.
Wednesday's the game. Yeah, have fun tomorrow, boys. Enjoy it.
We will.
Wish I could be there for you.
We'll send
Next
you.
time.
We'll send you plenty of shit.
Can't wait.
Yes.
All right.
Cheers.
All right.
Later,
Later.
bud.